All right, guys, so we're gonna go into another attack. This is just transitioning into a classic sit-up guard game, which I think is like one of the most useful sweeping positions in jiu-jitsu. And it's just like the first look at how you can transition with double sleeves. Go up.
So same starting point as the time before. We're here, lasso, leg past body. We get the daily Hiva hook in because he's got this elbow tight. Remember, whenever you're doing jiu-jitsu, you have to take what the guy gives you, right? So it's possible you're learning these techniques and then you're in sparring and then keep your legs straight as a board, right? And like you're here and you start trying to do the move, you're like, oh, I can't get the hook. It's because his leg is straight, right? If his leg is straight, then I'm gonna do a different series. I might try to go to close guard. I might come here and chase a triangle. There's a lot of different attacks, but it's really important when you're learning jiu-jitsu that often like we watch an instructional and you're thinking in terms of like, oh, I learned this move, I want to do this move. But when you're fighting and the guy's resisting, that's not how it works. These are ideas, but when you're fighting, you have to take what the guy's giving you, right? That's a very, very important concept, right? So again, when I'm demoing this, we're assuming the guy has this exact positioning, right? So over here, we have the lasso, the leg past the body. This gap is not open. So because it's not open, that means that this daily Hiva hook is going to be strong because when his elbow and knee is tight, his leg is generally bent like this, right? So now we're here like this. So I have this leg past the body. So from here, we're going to switch this up into like a single leg guard game, right? So we scoot this a little bit, right? So we're here like this, right? So now I'm going to have this daily Hiva hook in. I switch my left hand to the ankle. From here, I can either keep my knee really tight or you can keep the daily Hiva hook in, whichever you prefer. I'm going to take my right foot and put it on his hip here. Let's lift this up so I can see. I'm taking my right foot and I'm putting it high on the hip. I don't want to push on the thigh here because at this angle, again, it's really hard when my leg is so close to get pressure. But when you push up on the high on the hip here, it's very hard for them to prevent you from pushing them back, right? Okay, so again, we're here. I'm like this. I lasso, daily Hiva hook, grab the ankle. Foot goes high on the hip. I push the hip back. When I go to sit up, I want to take my left heel and I cut it in really tight along his calf, right? If I'm really loose here, when I sit up, he's going to be able to pull away, right? I want to cut in tight here. I want to scoot myself back a little bit. Often people have the problem when they try to sit up, it's really hard to sit up. It's because they're so close with their leg, it's hard to sit up here. I have to create separation. So I want to kind of push myself and him back. So now I'm in this position. I'm going to cut my left heel in, tight on his calf. I'm going to sit up and I dig for this deep underhook. When I go for the single leg grip, when I go for this single leg grip, I want to try to bring my chest to his knee. I don't want to see this big gap here between my chest and his knee. That makes it really hard to reach, and it's also very easy for him to frame with his hand to create separation. Once I get in really deep here like this, even if he pushes me, it's more like he's pushing me down. I'm still really tight attached to his leg, right? So from here, we'll turn on the other side. From here, right, so we're here, we push the hip out, we go up. The classic sweep here is to just go for this sleeve, grab high on the lapel, I'm gonna pull the lapel down tight, I drive my right foot forward into his hip, and I drive forward. What I don't wanna do is fall straight back like this to try to pull this way. A lot of people do it like this way, here, because they're trying to trip the guy, but once the guy has a good balance, you'll miss that foot, and now there's all this separation. It's a really tough position. You want to be forward, so scoot this way, because we're going to have fun now. Okay, so we want to be forward like this, right? So as I drive here, I keep my foot high on the hip, I pull my elbow tight, I drive forward like this here. He may or may not fall over, that's perfect, you're good. So often if he lands like this, I'll just grab behind the tricep, push, and come up. Right, so again, we're here, lasso, leg past body, pull him up, make it hard for him to get a grip. If he pulls his arm back to get a grip, I just break it again. Daily Hiva hook in, that holds his leg in position, left hand goes to the ankle, put the thumb on the hip, right? So if it's really hard here at this angle, just bring your knee out and put your foot on the hip sideways like this. Now I push his hip out really far, clamp my left heel in really tight along his calf, and I sit up tight on the single leg, right? From here, I go for this sleeve. Of course, he can posture and pull away and not give me the sleeve posture up yet. And then we get into a whole different series. And you can do an entire instructional series just on the sit-up guard. But again, the purpose of this instructional is to give you a ton of different attack options and transition options from the double sleeve. So this is just showing you what direction you could go with it if you chose to. If you play single leg guard and half guard and stuff, it's very easy to segue off of it from here, right? So I go for this sleeve. In this case, he stayed on the pant leg. I get the sleeve. I grab high on the lapel. I pull my elbow tight, drive forward, and lean to the right. Keep this left foot on the floor. I can even drive with it, and I create that forward bump. Okay, if I feel like I have a good pressure, I don't even have to grab the tricep. I can just come up and drive forward here and finish the sweep. Okay,
again.
All right, so we're here, lasso spider, daily heel hook, grab the ankle, push the hip out, sit up, grab the sleeve, lapel high, pull, go,
And come up. Another time.
here, so lasso spider, hook, ankle. If I feel like I can do it this way, I can. If his elbow's kind of tighter, then I bring the knee out, push on the hip, clamp the left calf in, sit up, grab the sleeve, don't, and drive forward.